welcome everybody. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to Hasbro and their latest announcements,
Breakdown. Miss me?
They're actually going to be releasing Breakdown again in a 2-pack with the Aerial Viacon. And I thought, you know, that's weird. We did the resurrected version of him, but we didn't do his, you know, first on-screen appearance version. And as you can see, just like the new one that's coming out, he did come with this little Micron Master War, which I find that ironic. But you know what? It matches him being a bruiser, and it gives him his iconic hammer. Now, as he is an ARMS Micron version, you notice this boy has like ports like all over him, even on the back tire. You can have war and hammer mode, but it looks kind of silly because it is essentially just a rhino hammer sticking randomly out of, you know, his SUV mode. However, like the Micron that does come with the Aerial General, Egu, you know, a lot of the Decepticons had like these triangle cannons. Even he did. Cannon that just popped out at the top and kind of looked like that, so you don't have to use war specifically. Now, as far as this boy in particular, he is a lovely SUV, which now after looking at it all these years, is it kind of like a hybrid between an SUV and like an armored car? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it still looks awesome. Look at this amazing blue. Ah, it just looks good. So, for size comparison, guys, obviously he doesn't scale with Earthrise, but you can see that essentially he is actually just the same length as Optimus Prime and just barely taller. Anyway, the one that comes with him now is actually black. So, this is the general version, but it's the same mold. So you guys know basically what you're getting here. You can see how they kind of look together, which it looks pretty cool, because of course it does. Now, anyway, let's move on to robot mode. Oh, here is our boy, and he is sick. Now, what I do find funny is he does have a little bit of degree feet, which is cool. And as you can see, especially by his wide shoulders, he's thick, you know, and, you know, from every angle, he's pretty spot on. I'm not going to say he's perfect, but I actually just like the way he looks from every angle. And I mean, look at that head sculpt. I mean, the eyes are better, you know, his brows kind of concealing it a little bit, but the yellow eyes are there. And, oh, that is just so awesome. This was such a good figure, and I'm glad everybody's going to have a chance to get it now. Basically, we bring in his hammer here, which, if you see it in its own glory, okay, that's doable. So let's do the right hand here. You basically just flip his hand forward, and you see it reveals that port. You just plug that puppy in there like that. It's hammer time. Anyway, and this is like, I think, probably a good integration of a Micron. So, you know, you can get him in pretty actually decent poses, because this boy, he has potential, shall we say. And I mean, just, you know, something like that, just as a random example. However, if you wanted to see him with some other Decepticons, why don't I oblige you? Yeah, Hasbro knows what they're doing by releasing these guys domestically now. Now, as you can see, these are the other two Prime figures that I can remember off the top of my head that he's coming out with. Now, this Megatron, to be fair, it replaces Goria and like the forearms and like the head and a few other things. So this is not exactly the stock Megatron that you guys will be getting, but again, these are the three they're releasing. And really, it kind of, if these were the only three you had, it'd look good. You know, who needs Starscream? I actually like the Aerial General's design better than I did Starscream's. But then again, it's not Starscream. So, but I just want to show you what he looked like with the other two. So overall, guys, would I give a recommendation for Breakdown? Considering that there's no changes and this is pretty much what you're going to get. Yeah, it's a definitely awesome, fun Decepticon. So anyway, guys, I hope you just enjoyed this real quick look at Takara Breakdown along with his two mates. And until next time, guys, we will see you in another review.